Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Matilda 2. Yes, there is a Matilda 2. There's no Matilda 1 actually because it's not in the game. But it's a tier 4 British medium. It's located on the north spawn of Lakeville. And this one is under the command of Wazwulf of REBRN. Now he sent this replay in because he played against a load of bots. But it wasn't as easy a game as he thought it would be. Let's have a watch. Where you can see straight away he's got the 2-pounder gun, which is actually a 40mm main gun, but it squeezes the round with a squeeze bore. That's the little John adapter there at the front of the gun, and that squeezes the round down to 30mm in caliber, and it's capable of doing 55 alpha and penetrating 121mm of armor with standard ammo, and with the premium ammo it's 145mm. The Matilda was a very tough tank actually, very tough indeed. In fact, the Soviets loved them because they actually did get a whole load of these just prior to the march on Moscow by the Germans. In fact, there were Matildas guarding Moscow when the Germans were trying to get close. So it was really the British that actually helped the Russians save Moscow from being taken over. Okay, there are bots in this game, so I'm going to put the screens up so you can see all the names, just in case you want to know which ones are bots. Oh, they're not bots. I was told they're bots. They're not. Oh dear, I'm a bit disappointed with that, but anyway, it's a normal game then. Okay, let's see what we can do. Well, he's got rounds into the cupola on that guy, and he's now punching rounds into that Italian, I think it's that M14. It's an M15 actually. You can see he's gone to kind of tunnel vision. He's gone to the sniper view straight away, but it actually does detract a certain amount on what you can see because it narrows your arc. And he's pumping rounds into that Panzer III. That guy's not going to be able to stand these rounds. Even standard rounds are going to go straight through his armor. Okay, he's now punching them into that M15. And that was an M2, the American, the medium. So far, he's managed to get at least one kill. And I think he's about to get another one. Look at the way he's just shredding that tank. The guy's not even trying to defend himself, really. I think he might be a bit of a noob. He's about to die. Oh, and he loses his turret. Okay, the M2's a one-shot as well. We might be able to get him. Oh, no, our teammate gets him instead. It's the Panzer III who got him. Oh, look at this. Yes, this is rather amusing, isn't it? It's quite sweet in a sense. Oh, dear. Well, quick death. And that's the third kill. Now, the bad thing about the Matilda is, because it's a tier 4, you cannot get a Radley Walters or a Paul's Medal. In fact, I actually have killed 10 enemy vehicles in a Matilda, and I didn't get the award, because sadly those rewards are actually reserved for any player or any tier of tank over tier 5, or tier 5 and above. So, unfortunately, I didn't get what I wanted. Oh, this is difficult. That's the Shure S35, the French. Putting up a good fight. Oh, he's pumping these rounds in. He's got 20% of the enemy hit pool now. He might have a high caliber if he keeps this up. Oh, yes! That's potentially a steel wall as well if he survives the battle. Okay. There's the Panzer S35, which is the smooth version. After the Germans captured them, they converted them for use. Actually, still a very effective tank, I must admit, the Panzer. And he's taking fire from a Panzer B2 as well. And I think he's about to get his next kill. And he does. So that's his 5th kill in the game. Now he's having to punch rounds into that S35. And, well, he's bouncing the rounds that are coming from the enemy. There's the B2, which of course is the Char B1. He gets him with one shot, and that's a Top Gun. You do get a Top Gun for tier 4 or below. Okay, so he's just killed the Panzer S-35. He now has 7 kills. We can't get the Radleys, but, well, there is still one enemy out there. If he was to kill that enemy, then he would pick up at least 8 kills, but no medal. Just the medals he's already got. 2,325 hit points. Instead of going hunting for the enemy, because there's only 2 of them left, he's decided, well, 3 of them left, they've decided to cap and leave it at that. The Matilda might take too long to actually return. He's over the other side of the battlefield, and there's no way he could cap out now. But yes, Wazwulf is the only one in the cap at the moment, but his teammates are coming in, a Chiha and an AMX-40 Duck, and I think they will end the cap rather quickly. Okay, so we're all in the cap except the Chiha, who's about to be in. And this game will be over in the next 17 seconds. I don't think that's enough time for the Matilda to get back. And that's it. The game's over. It's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats. That was an ace tanker game for Wazwulf of REBRN in the Matilda. A favourite tank at tier 4, and you can actually say, most people say tier Matilda when they actually mean tier 4. He managed to get a demolition expert because he actually blew that Sahariano to pieces. He blew his turret off completely. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He did get 5 exactly. And he got a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks or more. And I think it was the more on this occasion. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall, a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. He actually ended up with 7, just 1 short of getting a Radleys, but of course he wouldn't get a Radleys because it's tier 4. And he also got a steel wall because he was still alive at the end of the game and he blocked the most damage by armor. His win rate in that game, 14,437. That's Super Unicum and a lot more. And all it took was the will to actually push forward and defeat the enemy one by one. Let's have a look at the team score. Oh, he definitely got the highest damage. Look at that, 2,325. The nearest player to him was the Panzer B2, who was off near the town. He got 1,633. The third highest damage in the game turned out to be the M5A1 Stuart on his own team, who didn't survive, and he got 966. When it came to kills, he easily got that one with 7 kills. 4 kills went to the Panzer B2 on the enemy team, and 3 kills went to the AMX-40, the Duck, and also to the Sahariano, I keep getting that pronunciation wrong, on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one too. In fact, he's the only one to get over 1,000 base with 1,153, which means he's got the tops in all 3 columns, and he's the only one over 1,000. And the next highest scorer was the Panzer B2 with 809. And the Sahariano, was it Sahariano? Yes, it is that one, yes, who managed to get 547, beating everyone on our team, except, of course, Wazwulf. Now, he fired 56 rounds in that game, 48 direct hits on the enemy, 47 penetrations. You can see he didn't miss many rounds, but when he did hit the target, he generally did pen it. And I don't think he used any premium rounds, actually. I think he stuck to the standard rounds throughout. At least I'll check that later. 2,325 hit points of damage, of which, all of which was done at close range. Or was it? No, actually 14 hit points was done at range. That was it. Sorry, I do apologise. I think that was the Panzer B2 that he fired at range. He did 14 hit points there. He received 33 hits from the enemy, only 6 of which actually penetrated, 27 non-penetrations, and 1,212 hit points blocked by armour. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 7, did 79 hit points of damage resistance, and he got 72 cap points, so missed out on getting the Invader medal on that one, mainly because obviously his teammates didn't stay out of the cap long enough for him to actually accumulate the 80 points he needed. He did earn a profit from the game, 17,320 credits from that game, and he also got 5,189 experience points as well So a really great game there by Wazwulf. He told me, I think, that it was a bot game, but for some reason it wasn't. But he did have a lot of trouble with some of the enemies because, of course, some of those tanks just didn't want to be penetrated and were doing their best to stay alive. But he managed to take them down anyway, and it was a good result in the end. I hope you appreciate that video. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.